Coming up, we'll introduce you to 19-year-old Trevor Zegras, who recently made the move from the Gulls to the Ducks.
My dad was a big hockey player. His brother was a big hockey player.
The Carrick brothers are together again as teammates, much like they were in their youth.
So we used to team up, the oldest to the youngest and the two middle together.
Sam Carrick and Kevin Dineen reach impressive milestones. We'll have that and more on the latest edition of Gulls All Access.
For Carrick, wrap around.
Hello and welcome to Gulls All Access presented by California Coast Credit Union. My name is Andy Zilch at Great Park Ice. BJ McPherson is in Little Italy. The San Diego Gulls got off to a 6-0-0 start, and it's the best start in team history. It's only the second time a Pacific Division team has done this since the inception of the division back in 2015. BJ, it was a great start for the season. All the wins came on home ice, and it seemed like everything was rolling on all cylinders.
Well, it sure does, Andy. What it seems to me was the team was so raring to go. The young guys with the older guys meshed together so well. It's what you wish for in a team to start off a season. Coming out playing on home ice is always great. One of the big factors, I think, is the roster. Just the depth of the roster being what it was, the Gulls really showed their colors.
Well, BJ, we touched on some of the things that recently happened, but since we talked to the fans last on Gulls All Access, we had some massive milestones. And a goal was scored against the Colorado Eagles by the Gulls captain, Sam Carrick. He was able to pick up the most points in team history, surpassing a fan favorite, Corey Trapp. But Sam Carrick, who's worn the C for the second year now, certainly deserving to get this milestone.
Well, as I like to call Sam Carrick, Captain Carrick, this being the 6 years of the San Diego Gulls in the American Hockey League here in San Diego, he in fashion should be the all-time leading goal scorer. He's the heart and soul of the team. You just listen to Coach Kevin Dineen. He talks about the way Sam Carrick plays is a lot like the way you want your team to play. And having a guy like that be the leader of this team, he should be the all-time leading goal scorer.
Well, another milestone to talk about. Head coach Kevin Dineen reached 300 AHL victories in just 546 AHL games. Now, fans might not be aware that he was formerly the AHL head coach of the Anaheim Ducks with the Portland Pirates. And that was back when Ryan Getzlaf and Corey Perry were both rookies at the professional level. Now he's back again in the San Diego Gulls, and he makes his presence known by getting number 300.
Well, you do the math there, Andy. He's well above a 50-50 coach. He's a coach, again, the style he played is the way he coaches, and you almost hope your team can back it. 300 wins and counting. Watch for that number to go up high in his career here in San Diego.
Well, a final thing to touch on as we get your analysis, BJ, is the team moving forward. And after suffering those 3 consecutive losses, you talked about a Coach Dineen team. They're generally known for playing that speedy game, but also finishing a lot of checks in the corners. What do you like to see from this club moving forward?
Well, when you want to play for a coach like Kevin Dineen and you adapt his style, you can play the finesse game when needed. But really, the team likes to play the nitty-gritty style, and I believe when they play that nitty-gritty style and play rough and tough, they're a better hockey team. And, you know, with the call-ups and the taxi squad, roster to roster, night to night, could be different. It doesn't matter, though. The guys who put the jersey on for those games need to play that way when it comes down to it.
BJ McPherson, thanks for taking the time.
Thanks very much, Andy.
Since the Gulls' inception in 2015, the team has been the primary minor league affiliate of the NHL's Anaheim Ducks. Entering this season, 59 players have dressed for both San Diego and Anaheim. Forward Max Jones scored in back-to-back games against the Arizona Coyotes.
A good goal for Max Jones.
Defenseman Josh Mahura tallied an assist and scored a goal over the course of 3 games.
Good quick little shot, and he did not see that puck from Josh Mahura.
Forward Max Comtois continues to lead the team in points with a 2-assist game on the 22nd and a goal on the 24th.
Nothing but hard work and a willingness to get to the front of the net.
The number of players to skate with both the Gulls and the Ducks has risen to 62 total players as Trevor Zegras made his NHL debut on February 22nd.
I think it's going to be a pretty cool day, pretty cool experience, something I'm looking forward to.
The Bedford, New York native saw his dream come true that night and added his offensive flair the next game
in his second National Hockey League game
by scoring a shootout goal on the 24th.
What a shot. Mom and Dad, Sister Ray love it.
Up next, we'll introduce you to rising star Trevor Zegras.
It kind of just started like in the driveway, like just playing with tennis ball and some street hockey.
And now that the Carrick brothers are teammates, they won't face each other in competition, aside from this round of rapid-fire questions.
Yeah, sure, I'll let that one slide.
Stay with us as Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union, continues. Southern California hockey fans, check out the Gulls' new radio show each Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on our flagship radio station, Extra 1360, Fox Sports San Diego. On SoCal Hockey Talk, we'll feature the Gulls and the Ducks, plus interviews with current and former players, coaches, and others from the world of hockey. That's SoCal Hockey Talk every Monday night at 6 p.m. on Extra 1360 a.m. Zegras holds, then shoots and scores! Zegras able to find it under the shoulder of Rodriguez. Earlier, we mentioned Trevor Zegras' promotion to the Anaheim Ducks. He turns 20 on March 20th, but the confident teenager scored 9 points in 8 games as a Gull, leaving an impression on his teammates.
When you have a kid like that who has as much confidence as he does, you try to handle him a little bit differently, and that's what fuels him to be who he is on the ice. Obviously, there's things that he'll learn here in pro that you can't do on and off the ice, but no, I think you try and make that part of him grow and use that confidence as fuel for him.
Me! Just talk to me. Hey, great face-off play there, huh? That was perfect. Is that in? Yeah, baby. No, good rip, huh? Nice job, boys. Go on. Yeah. Good job, Ags. Hey, good rip, huh?
Welcome back to Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union. My name is Andy Zilch. We're gracious enough to be joined by forward Trevor Zegras, and I want to dip back into your childhood a little bit. And when you were growing up, what influenced you to join the sport of hockey? Was there anything that was involved in your early childhood that made you want to jump on the ice, or anybody that kind of guided you to strap on the skates and start playing hockey?
Yeah, so I actually grew up in Connecticut. My dad was a big hockey player. His brother was a big hockey player, and his brother so I have 5 cousins that all played hockey. My brother played a little bit, but not too much. So, I mean, it kind of just started like in the driveway, like just playing with tennis ball and some street hockey. One of us would get in the net and kind of just all shoot on each other. But I mean, ever since I was young, it was just all I loved to do. So,
as you moved along during your youth and you started to become more and more of a predominant player at each level you played at, was there anybody that you started to model your game after, or anybody that you wanted to have a playing style like?
Yeah, it was probably Patrick Kane, I'd say. I mean, I just remember just being glued to the TV whenever he was playing, or watching his highlights on YouTube, or anything. I was actually lucky enough when I was, I'd say probably like 10 years old, I was actually in Chicago for a hockey tournament. And I got to go to one of the games and sit in his stall, which was pretty cool. I still have a photo from that day, which was pretty cool. But I'd definitely say Patrick Kane.
When you're playing at the World Junior Tournament and you actually don the red, white, and the blue and that USA jersey, I mean, how much of a special moment is that? How cool is that to wear that jersey?
It's the best. It's the best. It's my favorite experience to have. I mean, obviously I was at the program for 2 years, and that was so special. The first time, I mean, throwing on that jersey is, and it doesn't get old. And I mean, obviously getting away from it, going and playing in college, and then coming back and playing World Juniors, it's pretty special. You know, I mean, obviously you're there with all of your closest friends, and you're playing for a bigger cause more than yourself. So it's definitely cool.
What was the turnaround like coming to San Diego? It all had to have happened in the blink of an eye.
It was crazy, yeah. I think our flight was, after we won, I think our flight was that next morning. So I didn't really sleep, kind of just hopped right on the plane and then got right into camp here, which was awesome. Kind of didn't really miss a beat. Go, Jim, go! Go, baby, go, baby! Drop, then swing. Hey, keep it simple, keep it simple. Yeah. Don't move more than you have to, huh? Yeah? Oh, yeah! Hey, next time we do that, we roll.
You spoke about living with Jamie Drysdale, and to go back off the heels of that, you guys are roommates right now. You were enemies 2 months ago in World Junior and, in years past as well. And you guys have risen through the ranks with Anaheim as well right now too, especially with him getting drafted recently. What's your relationship like with him? It's got to be very unique.
Yeah, it's funny you say enemies. I mean, I think there was always a mutual respect. I mean, obviously he's an 0-2, and I kind of been playing against him my whole junior experience, which is pretty impressive on his part. Being able to play up in age group is pretty good. And I always respected his game. I mean, ever since I saw him at my first World Juniors, I mean, he was dynamite. The way he skates and the way he makes plays, I was always a big fan of his game. And lucky enough, the Ducks drafted him 6th overall, and I was sitting on my couch. I was the happiest guy, just because he's so dynamic and so easy to play with. $5. $5 if I score. Done. Like when that guy's coming out at us, me and you have so much time that if you wait for me to get in the one-timer position, dude, it's game over. Hey, go end wall with that thing, end wall. Hey, are we doing shark or shark? Hey, shark, you're gonna get it, rip it. Hey, go inside push and then look to get in front of the net. I'm gonna throw a sifter at you, right? Where? I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna come over top, okay? Good spot, baby. Come on, boys, let's go here, huh?
Now that you're here at the pro level, what's your comfortability level like? And does it really faze you that you're a rookie?
Not really. I don't think that ever really crosses my mind or bogs me down. I mean, I kind of just go out there and work hard and make plays and help my teammates in any way I can. We got a great veteran presence in our locker room, obviously, an unbelievable coaching staff, and those guys make you feel right at home. So I don't really feel like a rookie at all. Yeah. Let's go, eh? Seagulls are hot, baby. Seagulls are hot. Thanks, man.
From the rookie to the veterans, the Carrick brothers and their parents take us back to their youth.
We used to team up, the oldest to the youngest and the two middle together. So Sam and Trevor were always partnered together.
Sam and Trevor Carrick join us next as Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union, continues. Join us tomorrow night at 7:30 as the Gulls take on the San Jose Barracuda live from 5 Point Arena in Irvine. The Gulls face San Jose tonight as well, so things could be pretty heated when the puck drops tomorrow at 7:30 here on Fox 5. On this past Monday, the American Hockey League announced that defenseman Jamie Drysdale was selected as the league's CCM AHL Rookie of the Month for the month of February.
And shoots and scores! Game over!
The 18-year-old registered 4 goals and 5 assists for a total of 9 points in 11 games with the Gulls, tied for the team lead in scoring. Drysdale becomes the 3rd goal to be selected for Rookie of the Month, joining Max Comtois, who accomplished the feat on February 2020, and Brandon Montour on November 2015. Welcome back to Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union. Last season, the Carrick brothers were enemies. Generally growing up, those two played on a team against their older brother and their youngest brother, and now reunited again. But let's revisit last season when the two played against each other.
You get skinnier? Your head getting bigger?
We've got four boys. So they have an older brother that started playing AAA, and he was the one that went to the OHL, and the other boys all kind of followed in behind him. And so all 4 played in the OHL, and they all grew up on their grandpa's farm playing pond hockey. And every Christmas, when if they make it home, we always have a little game out there if the pond's frozen. So
That's got to be good.
buy you a soda after the game.
Yeah, it's,
Maybe a soda or two. Oh yeah.
So we used to team up, the oldest to the youngest and the two middle together. So Sam and Trevor were always partnered together. when they played ball hockey. So there was not a lot of competition. They were always on the same team.
But they're always competitive in the, the OHL and with their older brother and their younger brother. So.
Well, you got one that's playing forward, one playing defense, so it happens a lot. Right? They're constantly like in each other's faces, and I just sometimes I have to just kind
we
of
enjoy it as long as they don't fight. Hey.
Or is it? It's not to you, right? Yeah. No, you're taking it. No bump. Yeah. Not to me. No.
I'd say Sam's got more of a leadership type role, whereas Trevor.
Well, they have different leadership styles, I guess.
Leadership styles, but Sam's got that true leadership style, and
Sam leads by example. Yeah, he's played the captain role before in junior hockey, and so I think he'll make a good captain and help the younger players out. So.
Yeah, Boyle.
Yeah, as Jane says, it's kind of surreal. So, so we're really lucky that we can get out here and enjoy it. So, looking forward to it tonight.
We're proud of them. Great city for the kids to be playing in both. Between San Jose and San Diego, like how good does that get? Right? Great fans and just a great place to be.
Now a San Diego Gull, Trevor took us down on the ice for the sights and sounds of a game.
Good rebound control, Dodgy. Almost a pizza though. Oh. Biscuit for the biscuit, yeah. Oh man, that's great. Win it! Yeah, baby. Go. Do I go? Do I go? Hey! Oh! What's he supposed to do there? He cheated. That goalie hit him.
But it's poked away. Finds Lowe, shoots, scores! Keegan Lowe finds the loose puck in the goal.
Yeah! Hey, how old is he, kiddo? Woo!
As promised, we were able to catch up with one of the newest San Diego Gulls players and one of the longest tenured Gulls players. That's brothers Sam and Trevor Carrick. And the question that everybody wants to know is, have you two played together in organized hockey? I'm not talking street hockey, but organized hockey. Have you two played together at any point in time?
No, Sam was always a couple years older, so no, just street hockey growing up, playing against our brothers. So this is a first for us.
As you two are growing up and moving through your adolescence and even into your teenage years, when did you realize that you wanted to take a stab at professional hockey?
I think just watching my two older brothers, Sam and my older brother Jake, just watching them go through the Ontario Hockey League, and then eventually following them in their footsteps there, and then later on getting drafted to Carolina. I think that's when it kind of hit me, and I tried to follow through with that. And I think getting drafted to the NHL was, the point.
Sam, how much help and how much advice did you give Trevor as he was embarking on his NHL career, a path that you have already started to go down? Was there any guidance that you provided your younger brother?
Not a whole lot, to be honest. I don't know,
useless.
It's tough when I'm a forward, he's a D-man, so there's not much I can give him in that sense. But I think maybe subconsciously there are some things just going through, like he said, the OHL and even in minor hockey, backing up a bit when, different tournaments and stuff, and trying to make summer teams. And I think just, it started with our oldest brother when, he kind of paved the way, and we all kind of just followed through.
You two played against each other last season, obviously Trevor with San Jose and Sam here in San Diego. But prior to that, you played against each other a handful of times in the Eastern Conference. I'm sure during the course of those games that there was a few words that were shared on the ice between you two.
I think the first couple times we played, we were both pretty excited, and I think we got into it a little more when I was in Charlotte and he was in Toronto, and we were playing in Toronto in front of some friends and family. But later on in our career, I think we played each other about 100 more times, and it kind of just, it was a little more even keel, I would say, and we kind of just got used to it. But earlier in our career, I think we battled pretty good.
I would say it's nice. You know, it's nice to I don't have to feel bad anymore when our team comes out on top against them.
Trevor, who was your first phone call to when you knew you were dealt to the Anaheim organization?
I texted our family group chat. I just said, just got traded to Anaheim, and I think it kind of stunned the family. And I think later on my dad called me and he's like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah," no, but no one believed me right away.
You know, it took me a few minutes to kind of make sure that it was true and no one was just messing around with me, and then you know, just kind of got excited.
That takes care of the Q&A portion of this interview, but now we're going to have you two go head-to-head on some rapid-fire questions.
Of the golf ball or the car? The car?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Okay. Oh. That's right.
I'll give that one to you. Easy.
Yeah, sure. I'll let that one slide. I'll give it to him.
Parachute pants.
Cooler in high school. Who's cooler? I peaked in high school. Yeah. Clumsier. Yeah, there's a few other words.
I've kind of just always been a taller, skinnier guy, and just, I don't know, they give me a hard time growing up.
We used to ride dirt bikes growing up too, and Trevor could never find a dirt bike that could fit him, so his knees would always be up around the handlebars, and he'd always have scrapes all over his knees just because he's so lanky and awkward.
Finds his brother and scores! Sam to Trevor, and it's 3-2 San Diego.
Well, it's great to see the two brothers duel once again, obviously now as teammates. That'll wrap up this edition of Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union. Be sure to catch us next time as we will take you down into the locker room of the San Diego Gulls at 5 Point Arena. My name is Andy Zilch for the cast and crew. Thanks for watching Gulls All Access.